Welcome back. In this video, we're working on solving the equation 1/2 x plus 2 equals 7 minus 2x. We'll begin this solution process by writing down the equation in our own handwriting. This is extremely important. Get the problem down in our own handwriting. As always, in order to solve an algebraic equation for a variable value, we want to isolate the variable. We're going to isolate the variable, in this case our variable is called x, by undoing all operations. Okay, let's begin. Here we have 1/2 x plus 2. We want to get rid of the 2 on the left hand side so that we can get all x's on the right, all constants on the left. To get rid of the 2, we want to do the opposite operation. We want to undo addition. What's the opposite operation of addition? Of course, it's subtraction. However, the moment I subtract on the left hand side, I must subtract on the right hand side. Here we know that 2 minus 2 is 0, so here we have 1/2 x plus 0. Anything plus 0 is itself, so here's just 1/2 x. 7 minus 2 is 5, and we're left over with 2x. Again, we're trying to isolate the variable. We have x on the left-hand side, x on the right-hand side. Let's get this over to the other side. In order to do that, we want to undo minus 2x. How do we undo minus 2x? Well, the opposite operation of subtraction is addition. Minus 2x plus 2x, that undoes this. If I add 2x to the right-hand side, I must simultaneously add it to the left-hand side. Okay, minus 2x plus 2x is 0. We're left over with 5 on the right hand side. Here we have 1/2 x plus 2x. And then we just do a little side note. This is an extremely powerful tool to help us avoid making mistakes. Here I want to add 1/2 x plus 2x. Well, one way to do this would just be to write 1/2 as 0.5, 0.5x plus 2x. And of course, if I add 0.5 to 2, that's just 2.5x. Another way to do this problem is to get what we call a common denominator. Here the denominator there is 2. This has an unwritten denominator as 1. I can write this whole thing as 1x divided by 2 plus 2x divided by 1. I know that the common denominator that I'm going to search for is a 2, which means I want a 2 on the bottom. But in order to get a 2 on the bottom, I must also put a 2 on the top. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 times any number is the number that we started with, and this gives us what we want. We recall that when multiplying fractions, we can multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and I'm left with 1x over 2 plus 2x times 2 is 4x. On the bottom, 1 times 2 is 2. And now we're adding fractions with similar denominators. We recall that when adding fractions with similar denominators or identical denominators, we can add the numerator. So here we have x plus 4x in the numerator divided by 2. We know that x plus 4x is 5x divided by 2. And in either way, these two answers are identical. So here we come back to this one. We know that this is going to be 5 over 2x equal 5. We want to undo the operation of division. How do we undo the operation of division? Well, the inverse operation of division is multiplication. If I multiply on the left-hand side by 2, I must also multiply on the right-hand side by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. I'm left with 5x. 5 times 2 is 10. I want to undo the operation of multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? Well, I divide. If I divide on the left-hand side, what must I do? I must also divide on the right-hand side. 5 divided by 5 is 1, and I'm left over with x. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And the claim is that x should be equal to 2. A quick check. 1/2 times 2 plus 2, well, that's the same thing as saying 1 plus 2. which is 3, is that equal to 7 minus 2 times 2, which is 7 minus 4, and indeed they are equal. So this was a check, and we're done. Last comment, notice how nice our work is. All the equal signs are lined up. When we were confused, we did a little side note, super easy to read. Let's keep this habit up. See you in the next video.